What was that moment that said, you know what, I'm good?
Mine was different from a lot of people.
Tell me about.
I did a lot of shit for a lot of people that I love. You feel me? And I can say this shit honestly and brutally. And I got incarcerated. You said this is before.
Oh yeah, this is all before. Yeah, this is officially the Mind of the Exoticpreneur Uncut version, where we get deeper, we get a little bit more wild, we get a little bit more intimate, we get a more raw with the conversation, with the intimacy that makes the Exoticpreneur one of the greatest marketers, one of the greatest minds, I believe, in the game when it comes to attraction, when it comes to understanding the sexual spiritual revolution, because the world has been acting a fool and they've been lounging and clowning, not because they're not able or ready, it's because the sexual repression that has happened and that's been going on now for hundreds of years. See, this is a game that has been used for darkness, but we're going to speak life into it and bring it to the light and let you know that this is not a bad thing to have a feeling. You feel me? Because there's what we call spiritual sexuality, sexuality that is happening between two people that love each other, where we're transferring and matching energies and not just taking energy. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, we started in the game learning how to sell and entertain. But then when we got more involved and evolved in this game, we learned that there was a level of connection that could be achieved to raise not only their vibration, my vibration, which becomes our vibration. And that's the unity, and this is the mind of the Exoticpreneur that we want to make sure that y'all got, because it's all cute out here when everybody's just talking about getting freaky and deaky, but then they ignore that there's a spiritual side of that makes it beautiful, makes it loving, makes it desirable. Because what ain't gonna happen is that we not gonna be
taking no shit.
That part. So if you don't know who we are, let's introduce ourselves. My name is him.
Mr. One hell of a guy. And at the end of the day, we're going to always stay fly. We about to put y'all on an elevation roller coaster. We're going to have some ups, some downs, but we're going to stay up. Because you got to get down and bring people back up. That's what you got to understand. And where we about to go with these tasks, these topics, these understanding, it's not to make somebody feel like they judge, but when you open your mind up to a new evolution, to renovation, because you got to sometimes renovate your household to understand what home is. And the home is right here in the mental. And where you about to see where we about to go with this, ain't no sky's the limit, baby. Welcome to Boss.
That part. So I'm your friend, your gentleman. I am Donald Perattis, aka Don P. You feel me? Welcome to the Mind of Exoticpreneur Uncut version. Now the thing is, we have been going hard specifically on one thing and one thing only, and that's masculinity, male masculinity, to be exact. The fact that I was just watching an episode with 19 Keys, Nick Cannon, and Andrew Tate. Now these was all three different episodes, but what I come to find is something that has been becoming normalized, because now it is a state of consciousness that I believe our men are in, that is now transcending the threshold of who we once were, who we currently are, and where we're going to. You feel what I'm saying? Now, what is that, Don?
What is that, Don?
We originally spoke on or been educated on the alpha male. We all know what that is, right? That's top dog, big dog. That's
Roof.
as my man called himself, Top G, Andrew Tate. But then there's another type of male that has put us in a place where that the ladies, the songs, and even the brothers talk about, and that's that simp energy, which is the beta energy, right? We don't have to explain that shit because we know what it is, right? There's niggas who handle shit, and there's niggas who get handled.
Correct.
It's pretty black and white, right? But then there's another male, and this is the male that I subscribe to because it was the male that most people underestimated but couldn't evaluate that it came with a level of game that you could not deny. Make sure you like and subscribe when y'all catch this bad boy, just so you know.
There you go.
But that male is the Sigma male. Now, what the fuck is a Sigma male?
Talk to him. Let him understand.
The Sigma male is the motherfucker that has alpha energy, but he ain't no beta nigga. He's the male that comes in the game, but he out the way. But he's also the guy that you can come to keep your shit in order. Sounds like me.
Oh.
That is the male that has now moved into the elevated space. And the brother 19 Keys, shout out to 19 Keys. Now, I met him some time ago when he went down in Miami doing a convention that was happening called the Wealth Connect. Mm-hmm. And what he described, and we're going to pass on that.
Sexuality is an archetype, which is a concept that I blended the alpha and the sigma. It envisions an individual who embodies unique combination of leadership, independence, and adaptability with a strong emphasis on balance and harmony and social interactions. Of course, that alpha is not always looking for that balance and harmony, where that sigma is. So that combination creates a more empathetic leadership style.
But the sigma's not always looking for the social interaction.
Not at all.
Right.
Not at all. So it's the balanced leadership, the independence and autonomy, the adaptability, the diplomacy and negotiation, the strategic thinking, right? Those are sort of like the 5 core traits when we're talking about the sigma. And, you know, if I think about myself, it just makes all the sense in the world of how I go about doing things, especially kind of like not trying to take the leadership position in the sense that I want to be the dominant leader, because I already understand how much conflict that causes and how many issues that arise with it. I want to be a leader, not the leader, right? So
what he described was a new elevation of the Sigma male called the Alpha Sigma male or the Tau male. And that's the integration of the Alpha and the Sigma working simultaneously together, because he got big dog energy, but he's also his independent self. Correct. He ain't in everybody's business, but he handles his business. But you still respected and looked upon as what he is, a leader. So when shit go down, he can get back with him. He can step to it. Correct. But he ain't going out the way. It's like the warriors who have been in the field. See, it was funny as I was talking to a coworker of mine, and he was talking about all these ideas, and he was I love the guy, strong older gentleman, but I love the guy. But he was talking about all these great ideas of getting out in the field and we gonna change the world, and we gonna do it. And I said, politely, respectfully, have you been shot at before? Have you been out in the field and got shot at before? Do you know what it's like to be a pioneer in the game? Do you know what it's like to be the head honcho where everybody use you as the shield? Not the motherfucker that's number 2 that's behind the nigga that's getting shot at, that's sitting here looking at you get shot at and say, you know what, I don't want to do that. I don't think I want to go that route. I think that look a little hard. No, you the nigga that's watching from afar, talking your shit, while niggas like me, niggas like,
correct,
it's G in the trenches, catching them bad boys, dodging them fucking situations.
Like Crisco on you, baby.
You feel me? To tell you, once we made it to the other side, yeah, I'm out the way. I'm chilling.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't trying to be bothered. Because you then got to that point where you had not only the adrenaline from being in the game, and you know that it felt good. You felt invisible at one point in time. Invincible at one point in time. But to survive that situation, to know what, to now be able to anticipate what kind of energy that brings, to realize that, yeah, I am become one with myself. So I have conquered my darkness to understand the light, to know that I'm capable.
Let me say this right here real quick for the one time.
Let's go. I gotta
When
sit
can,
to that.
Yeah, you gotta sit to that one. When can you take that one time to say, I done been through the trenches? When do the better yet? Remember how the cartoons used to be back in the day, y'all, where you watch Tom and Jerry or something like that, and they get ideas like cling.
Yeah.
So when do the light kick on and say, I ain't gotta be this person no more. I elevated. It became something better. You feel me? So I always hear people like when we talk to sis, you know what I'm saying, they podcast, they say, when do the time when men understand this, or when the time female understand this? Remember I said, it's up to you.
Right.
Everybody look at a time, but not taking a pause and say, what? Let me take a pause like on these ABSs, on this car. To pause myself to say, maybe it's time for me to change. It's the time for me to figure out, hey, I'm blessed. I'm doing something better in life. You feel me? To say, you know what? I say I'm my family. I say I'm my loved ones. I'm still elevating life. And we winning. A lot of people don't get it because they too busy worried about this going over here. You got to stay focused. You got to stay in your lane.
So I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
When was the moment that changed your perception on where you want to be in life coming from the game? What was that moment that said, you know what, I'm good?
Mine was different from a lot of people.
Tell me about
I did a lot of shit for a lot of people that I love. You feel me? And I can say this shit honestly and brutally. And I got incarcerated. True story. I did. Had 55,000 put up. A lot of shit going on, condos, everything. And a wise woman, that I thought was a wise woman at the time, told me like, you bless so many people, when you gonna accept your blessings? And I thought about the shit. I said, listen, I did this. I shouldn't have to call a person and say, I need this, that, and third. That should be on the GP. You feel me? Because I come from PI, but first of all, I come from the craft. You feel me? The mile, whatever. I come from Detroit. But the thing that got me was, I'm like, man, I got nothing but love for everybody. I said, I shouldn't have to make a call and say, hey, look, I need you. My work, my actions. There's people calling and asking what can I do. I said, I ain't never want a handout. I was so stubborn at a point in my life. I was stubborn than a motherfucker. And when I got it, I said, you know what? Maybe everything ain't wrong. Maybe some things is right. And I had to rewind myself as a man, guy, whatever. And I thought about it. And I thought about everything that I'm so grateful for, to have understanding and understand how much I'm blessed. And that's why I understood it. You don't have to think about what you did for other people. You have to think about what you're doing it for. Okay. You ain't doing it for, I'm going to give you this, you owe me 10%. You hear what I'm saying? If I can't give it to you, that means I ain't got it. But if I give it to you, that means I could lose it. I still got to stay focused on my gift and my path and my understanding. I got to move forward.
So you saying that you don't give for your gain, you give for their gain. Like you come from a genuine space.
Yes.
You come from a space where that lose.
Yes.
I can afford to give it away and not worry about the repercussion.
True indeed.
You know what's crazy is that I don't know if it's just Aquarius thing or just people with big hearts. You feel me? People
Both.
that don't worry about themselves because they know they good, because they know they good.
True indeed.
For example, case in point, if you are a person that's getting money, you winning at a level that everybody else is mad at it. So when you give freely, not because you trying to show off on somebody, because the fact that you're already operating in a level of abundance that is what we call an overflow.
True indeed.
So it's funny how people in the spiritual world and then people in the religious world ask for overflow. Then you meet someone who actually have overflow.
Correct.
And gives more, goes harder, and stands stronger than the ones that's begging for it.
You know why? It shows through actions.
So it's almost like it's like it exposes that little 1% of who they really are comparison to who you are. So I don't want to get too far off topic because that can go a lot
No,
deeper.
because I'm about to go there with you. I gotta go there with you, but I'm gonna say this. Take a sip. Let me say this real quick. I met a pastor about 2 years ago, right? I did go to church drunk. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Real.
You was already in the spirit.
Man, listen, I came from after hours shit. I'm like, fuck it. But I promised my big brother I was gonna go to church. In the midst of this, I went to church. And the pastor said something in which I heard before. I ain't gonna say I heard it from him. I'm gonna say this part. He said, you can ask God for certain things, but you gotta think about what you're doing as well. So basically, the whole concept was, you could pray for a change, and it's gotta happen. But if you still go in the same gas station, same stores, where you know where the violence at, how God gonna say you, gang?
Make it make sense.
You gotta make it make sense.
So
And so when the conversation came about, I'm sitting there. I'm fried. I ain't gonna lie, I'm fried as hell. I'm like, that's accurate. Do they get it? I get what he's saying. Why would you still go down the same vessels? I'm gonna say vessels. I ain't gonna say lanes or roads. I'm gonna say vessels. Why would you go down the same vessels when you know it's not right for you, where the energy is not correct? But instead of you saying, you know what? It's a gas station down the street. Let me go to this one instead of going the same one I'm used to. You rather go to the same because you're content. Why are you so content? But then when things happen, they shoot up here, they do deals. You have to change your energy and change your lanes. What's your worth? And I'm gonna say it again. What's your worth? You gotta know what your worth is, and you have to change the dynamics of things, like a 2D and a 3D. When you understand the difference of everything and how to elevate, to understand that it's something better than life. Old school person told me this years ago. He said sometimes you gotta put a new suit on. We had a conversation. Once I found out who he was, we had a whole vibe. He said, I'm like, how the hell Chrysler rolls with a suit? But I got it. Sometimes you might have to go 2 miles down to another gas station to understand, hey, make it make sense.
So help me. So if I was a young dog trying to find my way in the game, and he asked me, so he comes out with the energy, I'm a man. What is your definition of a man who's been there, done that, earned it at a level that is respectable, and maintain a level of composure?
First thing I'm gonna ask is this. Before I give an answer, I'm gonna ask the same question. I can't give you an answer because I gotta define who you are.
Okay.
What makes you a man?
Okay.
Now, you gonna ask me a question. What makes you a man?
Keep on.
I get it. But I'm gonna ask you the same question. What makes you a man? It definitely is cut off.
Oh, this still good.
Yeah. So when I ask a person that question, I don't want to give the answers out yet because I need to know to define on what you think. what your philosophy is. Because you might have been taught wrong, but you might have been taught right to a certain degree as well. But I need to know what it is and what it ain't. Flat the fuck out. Once I get it, you might say, well, man, is this 7/3 Block J Speed? I might tell you, like, they ain't that. But I was willing to teach you what a real man is. A real man is a person that hold down their household. A real man is some person that pray and want guidance. You feel me? A real man is someone that want to love on their family, because tomorrow ain't promised. A real man is you gonna lead in a direction to make sure everybody win. And sometimes you're gonna lose, but you gotta stomach that shit. A real man is you're gonna be grateful for everything that you have, because some people can't understand what you got in life. A real man is you know how to regroup, rebuild, and restructure.
Okay.
It hit different.
A lot different. Okay. So
That's what it is.
that's what. So a real man comes in and handles his business, is able to pivot when it's time to pivot, so he stays flexible.
Correct.
He moves in an energy that allows him to adjust to situations. I always associate that to, like, you know how in the movies you got the hero of the movies like Rambo or Blade or
I like Blade first. Blade first came first. I like Bruce Lee first, but Blade.
Yeah, but you know how they work independent.
Correct.
At a very powerful level, but they work better interdependent when they know that they could be the muscle, the power, and have high intelligence.
Which I like the most? X-Men and Dragon Ball Z.
All day.
So
Shout out to my anime family, because your boy is all in.
I'm gonna tell you why I like X-Men, then I'm gonna go to Dragon Ball Z. The reason why I used to like X-Men was because it had unity.
Okay.
No matter how many situations they was placed in, they still picked each other up. Not hold each other down, they picked each other up.
It was a family.
Find your gift, and we have to work together. No matter how mad you get, how you try to move different, hey, we gotta save lives. That's their gift. Goku, that's my dog. Goku will know how to meditate. I gotta space myself away from negative energy. I gotta work myself. I had to save my family. I had to save my people.
He was always
And
positive.
Always stay positive.
He was always optimistic. And he was always about that life. He was ready to fight all the time. That boy loved fighting, man.
For mine, I'm going to ride for it. That was Goku.
He was always with that.
But guess what? He will power himself up. If I got to do 50 more push-ups, if I got to meditate, if I got to go to the next clouds, whatever I got to do, I'm going to say everything for every battle, and we're going to win. But the thing about it is,
Always evolving.
he always evolved. He cut his tail off, though.
Yeah.
But he said, I will never leave you. Let me know that I'm a beast when I'm a god. That hit different. Think about it.
Yeah, that.
I don't be on my anime shit, but y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is.
I'm straight dork in this game. You already know. I'm straight technical. So.
Me as well.
So it's disgusting. But if y'all want to talk anime, we
Come on,
let's go. You feel me?
Come on, let's.
Hey, listen, you never too grown to get your anime on. Period. Hey, if anything, let's put it down. When y'all catch this play tomorrow, and y'all catch this live, this presentation, comment below anime if y'all want to have anime watch party or get together where we can go in and get in. Because side mission, we're not endorsed by the organization, but Youmacon is in Michigan. It happens in November. I fucks with it. He fucks with it. And I know I met quite a few people that fucks with it. But do you fuck with it? The thing is that we can have more Comic-Con style things with just us if y'all down to support it. You feel what I'm saying? So comment below anime if you want to get down with the guys who get it in.
True indeed.
on that type of time. You feel what I'm saying? So we ain't gotta wait till November when it's cold outside to have fun. We can go ahead and do that shit now. You feel me? As a matter of fact, toast that shit, my guy.
I'm good.
He got sauce.
I got you.
There you go.
Getting off of anime.
That part. So, why he brought up. So the thing is that, we identify manhood as, most people consider it as provide and protect. That's the common denominator. But I always want to understand, and you can give it to me from the mind of an exoticpreneur. What does it mean to provide? We get protect. Matter of fact, explore, provide, protect, lead, educate, and love.
Okay.
5 points. These 5 points. Provide, protect, lead, educate, love. Let's start with provide.
We're going to start with provide, right? Provide is this. Provide is when you provide for your family. So, when you pick the career that you're going to do, you got to think about how the food going to be on the table. Everything. Better everything one substance. I can't do one. Everything one substance.
Mm-hmm.
Provide is, you got to provide for the kids, for the clothes on their back, food on the table. Your wife is the queen. As a male standpoint, producing is getting an understanding of what love is. Love knowing that if your wife in the kitchen cooking, you can love her, hug her from the back, kiss. That's an energy. Mm-hmm. That's affinity energy, by the way.
Okay.
So it's affinity energy, by the way, which you know that, hey, listen, it's unified. Ain't nothing gonna change. Now, the opposite side of things is when you see your kids, what's your main rules? Mind your business. You're gonna be great in life. Mom and dad got your back, and you're gonna always elevate. Next rule is when you walk out that door, you know why you're doing it for.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing it for understanding, not for your homeboys or females in the streets. You're doing for La Familia. La Familia means family. Your family is your roots. Your roots is your legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Your legacy is, I'm building to my kids because they are my seeds.
Mm-hmm.
And my seeds, I want to see them blossom. So everything that I do in my life, I want to see them win.
Okay.
So it's just like grass. How you gonna have green grass unless you what?
Water that bitch.
Okay then. So you have to water your seeds. So at the end of the day, your love is your water. What you want to do in life? Let's get it. I believe in you. Because a lot of things about parents nowadays, they chase after individuals, but they don't put the same energy inside their kids.
So I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So you spoke on legacy, but there is people that want to be a legend prior to the legacy.
But listen, ain't shit.
Why you say that?
The reason why I said legend ain't shit. I know a lot of legends that I love for real.
Mm-hmm.
But they ain't shit because they didn't never lead a pathway for legacy.
Okay.
For the ones they love.
Okay. So you're saying for everything that is grounded or that can grow like a tree, it can produce fruit from that tree so that the tree stands strong, yet the fruit that it produces can actually nourish someone else.
Sure indeed, because every action is a reaction.
Okay. That's the law of karma.
We have a lot of
cause and effect, I'm sorry.
We have a lot of legends, but when it comes to legacies, it had to open doors for other situations to make it prosper. When you a legacy, you're not doing it for the money, the fame, the attention, none of this. You're doing it for the legacy of, I know where I came from, and I want y'all to have the same battles.
Is that more like adding to the culture versus
Yes,
taking away? Since we're in the exotic entertainment industry, and this is our tenets of how we learned the real world in a real way and was able to transfer those skill sets to traditional business, corporate business, side mission. If you haven't gotten no greatness, you've been seeing these body creams over here. Okay, body creams that are 100% all natural. Now it comes in multiple flavors. I love to call them flavors, but these are multiple levels of greatness. You feel what I'm saying? Now I consider these the Magnificent Seven. Why? Because they represent periods in a male life and in a woman's life and in all our life that represents a point in greatness that we must be. For example, everyone loves a driven man,
They do.
but he feels like one hell of a guy when he walk outside because he knows that he's got to fight for his power, respect, and authority, right? But when he comes back a winner, he's undisputed. You feel what I'm saying? Now, mind you, this is all comes as a combination collection, so that as a male, as a man who's moving in his masculine energy, in his high value energy, he can put on what's already on the inside, that they can smell it on them on the outside. You feel what I'm saying? Where that a woman moving in her feminine energy, she's living in her abundance. You feel me? Because he's joyful, right? And she's gonna bring a blessing to all. You get it? I'm just saying, if you don't know about Smells of Greatness, the collection, you need to know.
Got to tap in.
Because you can get her greatness or his greatness as a simple combination bundle just to try it out. Not because we're so great, it's because we know that greatness is in you and we just got a good idea of what it smells. But you ain't got to take our word for it. Just give us a try. And because we're so confident in how good this is, how great it's going to be on you, it's a 21-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked.
I'm going to tell y'all something.
Zero risk.
I'm going to tell y'all something better than that, right? Every day look in the mirror, you're great. When you brush your teeth, wash your face, whatever the case may be, you have to manifest first.
Mm-hmm.
When you put on our product, it's not just a regular product. This ain't no shit that you just got off Amazon or you was up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and say, you know what, they just playing some songs, they put the Smell of Greatness on. No, this is an aura, this is a blessing, this is unified. Just like when you have your sage and you try to cleanse your house with bad spirits, this is your aura. It hit different.
That
Different type of technique. And the thing about it is, you're blessed. Know your worth, know your understanding. The Smells of Greatness have everything that you want in divine energy. The reason why I had to book up with my brother Don Peak was because I said, bro, what you got? He told me. Smell, I said, bro, this is what we need in life. When I step in a room, I have a Mr. 1A sheet. This I am. I want somebody as my aura. I wouldn't care if I'm in front of the president, T.I., or around the hood niggas. I'm always gonna be me. The creams, everything that we selling right now is basically what it is. Comfortable with comfortability with self. Self-divine purpose.
and organic.
And organic.
It's
Plant-based.
Natural, moisturization, pharmaconically tested because your boy was
Don't
a
say
student pharmacist
Okay, I'll take that part.
before.
You say that N-word. Ooh, I'm about to cuss you out.
Nah. Was a student before moving into creating all natural body creams and moisturizer and fragrances. Sensitive skin, damaged skin, I specialized in. And I found a way to add that level of greatness with a aura that smells luxury, where that you're not gonna worry about what you put on you because they're gonna smell it on you and they're gonna say what that is.
When you walk past them like, No, excuse my French. Who that nigga? But see, let me tell y'all something though. Can I give a shout out real quick?
Give it to him, man.
First off, I wouldn't have been back in Detroit from this man right here. We wouldn't be doing this podcast if it weren't for this man right here. I don't talk about a lot of stuff, even with male dance or whatever the case may be. But let me tell you something. I'm proud of you.
Proud of you.
At the end of the day, he told me something, right? I'd never forget it. I was in Texas. He was like, P, I need you. I'm like, man, I ain't never come back to Detroit. He said, bro, I need you. I got this going on, this. I said, listen, there's one person that was a stepping stone. I ain't gonna put his name out, but
You don't need no
he said, no, he ain't gonna get no wreck. But my brother said, hey, P, I need you. I said, say no more. Took the next flight out from Texas, came back to Detroit. But nonetheless, it wasn't about me coming back to Detroit. I fought a case, I did a lot of shit. The blessings when you have with people that's so positive like you. Let me explain this to you. And it's the reason why I'm doing this podcast right now. This a blessing, this understanding. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Key words. Where we about to take people to, he know my heart like I know his heart. I'm about saving lives. If you don't know your worth, ain't nobody gonna ever know your worth. Know your worth, know what you standing for and what you living for. First is God, God is inside of you, and number 3 is you better walk every action that you walk on. You're walking on water.
It's crazy. So check this out, yo. I'll be on some educated, elevated knowledge, right? So it's this thing called the shame experiment. SHANE.
Okay.
And what they did was they did an experiment on emotions and connection. What was the most valuable emotion on the planet, bro? Come to find out, what you think?
Authenticity.
Authenticity.
Yeah, I listen.
Right.
I did my research.
Right. So
Come on, you know I'm
we found that love is not the most valuable emotion on the planet. Even though they promoted and selling it all day.
Yep.
What is the most valuable, most impactful emotion on the planet is authenticity. Keeping it mother freaking real.
Yep.
And if one thing I cannot deny and I will never lie about is that the mind of the exoticpreneur only works in authenticity.
Correct.
Because it's the definition of the successful alignment of your mind, body, and spirit to attract.
So basically, let me say this part. They basically try to break you down where you can't be a being. So being mean being your own individual. So you know how back in the day you used to ask you when you was in elementary what you want to be when you grow up? Mm-hmm. And then you tell them like, hey, I want to be a ballerina, not men, but females, ballerina, or a man, I want to be a firefighter, I want to be this and the third. So when you get home, you tell your parents like, hey, look, I want to be this and third. You can't be that. Because we on this type of budget. Mm-hmm. It costs this much to take you here, this and third, because they put so many numbers and so many understanding realistic shit that your parents feel stressed when they're like, we can't afford it. Mm-hmm. So now the child get depressed. Mm-hmm. So
I went through that.
It was a greater depression to not have an understanding like, okay, Pop's like, you know what? I'm just gonna work for it. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna get it. They're like, hell no, you can't do that shit. Who gonna afford this shit? Nigga, I got X, Y, B, and Z bills to pay for.
That right.
So the thing about it was, it's another different way of escaping this shit. But they never want to say this shit. Trade lines.
Mm-hmm. Multiple ways.
First off, what you do now? Insurance.
I do insurance. I am an insurance agent. Yes, sir.
Even with insurance agent, I know the camera cut off, but insurance agent, all the shit. So the thing about it was, even with the tribe,
It was
feel
all
what I'm saying?
opportunities.
It's
See,
all opportunities.
The great part about that, let me tap in. I didn't want to cut your wisdom.
No, go ahead. Do your thing.
The
We're
mind
gonna
of the
talk about
exoticpreneur understands that every obstacle is an opportunity to get to another level. The thing that separates us from traditional entrepreneurs is that we separate on a level of faith that's undeniable, unstoppable, unfucking wittable.
There you go.
That puts us, you, and everybody in our energy in a space where that we can get it because we were willing to put our lives on the line to get it. When you in these streets, hey mama, you in the streets, you know that you are in the fucking jungle, which anything can pop off. When you have survived the streets and learned what's out in the streets, you know that, oh, this regular business shit ain't shit.
You hear me?
Because what I gotta go through just to make $2 in the streets to what I gotta do to make $200 fucking with it, shit.
Man, look.
Say nothing fucking like. So what we are offering is not just obstacles. We are offering opportunities
There you
to affiliate yourself with brothers and sisters that are not coming at you, judging you for what you did or what you may be doing right now, because that may be all. You may be just good at drawing attention with them powerful assets that keeps the lights on. What we offer is, where do you direct that energy now that you got that energy?
Mm-hmm.
See, the law, and I won't let it go with this.
Okay.
Energy is never destroyed, it's only transferred. This is science, right? So you're attracting all this high-end energy, but you're absorbing it like it's your problem, it's your shit, instead of transferring to another space where it can do something else for you. And what we have done from trials and tribulations to come out triumphant is how to transfer that information, which I call transformational energy, to transform not only your money, your mindset, but acquire the benefits of all that shit.
Now, I got something to say, and I love it.
I gotta step out.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I love everything he said. True story. But this is what I'm gonna say. When you wake up in the morning, right? When you go in the baby's room and they sleep, they so peacefully sleep. You gonna love on them babies. You hear me? This is what we do as motherfucking parents. We gonna love on these kids. I do something different from a lot of people. I don't know if y'all do it, but it's just me being me. Hey, I'm a whole full-time dad. But I'm a spiritual person. So what I do is, and I just didn't do it while they here, but I did it while they was in the womb. True story. What's up, sis? I love you, baby. So what I used to do with my kids was, when they was in the womb, even to right now, I breathed on them. When I mean breathe, not like, no shit like that. When I say breathe on them, I say you're going to be so intelligent, you're going to be brave, you're going to be respectful, you're going to respect women, you're going to respect your teachers, your daddy had your back. Whatever you believe you want to be in life, I got you. To this day, when they was in the womb to now, I still do the same thing. And also, you're going to believe in God. And God is the side of you. If you ask my kids right now, they're going to say, we boss babies. And guess what they're going to say? Daddy always told us, have each other back. Daddy always told us, God is inside of us. Your body is the temple. That's what we saw, right? I never changed who I was. I elevated who I was as a being. You have to switch your ways around and teach the next generation the right way to go. Right now, this house I just got, it's not for me. Man, I had houses in Cali, in Vegas, OKC, all type of shit. It's not for me. This for mine and my babies. I did my job. Male dance fucked up, but guess what? We have a podcast right now. And the thing about it is, even while I'm doing that, I'm trying to teach young individuals how to be a guy, how to be a king, how to be a boss. Come on, bro. But it's real shit right now. I done lost a lot, passion, uncut, all type of shit. Bro been with me the whole time while we did this. And I had this talk with a person recently. I said, what about the babies though? They don't have their daddies. So who stepped up? When I did it, I had people criticize me all that. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. But my thing is, when them times come up, who keep them names alive? Not for I won't rank, but no, it's about this my brother. Right now, if I get locked up, I already know Don P got my kids. He gonna look, come on, bro, I know you ain't got it right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and get the press or something. Who had that back? Who gonna be real like that? Hey, what the kids need? What size shoes they got? What's the pants this and third? Can't give a lot because guess what? You have your own family you got to take care of. But something better than nothing.
It's crazy, but amazing at the same time. This was the sense of community that was taught in the community during the 60s, 70s, and 80s. If you look at the history, because I don't want to run too over, I know I like to talk, right? When you look at the history, we had unity. We worked in unified spaces. Dr. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X did and activated along with Elijah Muhammad, Marcus Garvey, and all of the influential leaders during that time that organized our unified space. Where that to say that we can't unify is a farce. It's a lie. It's bullshit for the simple fact that those men, because we talking about masculinity, modern day and today, where that the modern day masculine man who's able to electrify, unify, and qualify themselves to just invite conscious conversation, communication, and a level of elevation out here, I consider that we define as the tau man or sigma alpha male is the new modern day male that we are, or I believe should be aspiring to become.
Sure indeed.
Because you're only working in your lane to attract those people that align with your values, principles, and associations. I authored a book called Paying the Profits, which is literally the 20 principles of the Exoticpreneur that I live by. That download was for me, but I want to offer and share it with you. Because I wasn't the only one in the game. Yet, I learned principles, values, and certain guidelines that was able to translate to my current lifestyle, where that my job from working as and becoming a legend in the game to create a legacy that you can now have access to, because I can't speak to everybody. This is why we created these podcasts. This is why we created these conversations, so that we can share on the working real world life knowledge of what we know works that ain't going nowhere as the game evolves to the social media, with the AI. That ain't changing. That's not changing. That will evolve. I confirmed it, but now I know it. So we want to make sure that the next generation that is looking for a way out on their way up know the rules, understand the guidelines, and gain the principles.
So that's what I'm going to say though.
Let's go. Take him home, brother.
I'm about to. Tomorrow, let me explain something to you. 1:43 in the morning, right? True story. I appreciate y'all watching us and everything. I truly do. But let me explain something to everybody. Somebody ain't gonna wake up tomorrow. Somebody ain't gonna walk tomorrow. Somebody ain't gonna be able to feed themselves tomorrow. You dig what I'm saying? So, yes, the things that we doing, we trying to do righteous shit. I'm gonna keep it 100. Love on you. Love on yours. It's a true story. Love on you, love on yours. Because ain't no time limit to life. Ain't no time limit on love. You feel what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, be positive. Love who gonna love on you. Stay positive. Kiss your mama, kiss your daddy. Nigga, kiss your kids. I'm keeping 100. Kiss your baby daddy, baby. You dig what I'm saying? You might hate the nigga, but shit, the babies love him. Make sure the nigga kiss your ass, smack the nigga on the face. Bah, bitch.
He's so
just
wild.
keep 100.
See, it's crazy. Go ahead.
100, but love. That's love, man. And I promise you, you gotta forgive. I ain't say forget. You gotta forgive. But
Let the shit go.
just let it go.
Cause the baby's gonna get older. You gonna get older. And you can't take that shit with you when you're dead. Why kill yourself earlier worrying about some shit that's no longer relevant?
I'm gonna tell y'all something which y'all ain't understand about me. Only reason I did this podcast is because of my brother. I'm like, man, I don't shirt on this shit. My brother 9P right here. Not just that. God gave me a gift. I want to say lies. Always was like the emo male dancing. It wasn't about who I could fuck, none of that shit. You know this shit about me.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't know this shit about me. I'm like, damn, I can get this bitch. I can get about 20, 30,000. Ooh, I've never been a type person. I'm like, how can you win? You got kids. How can we do this shit? Come on, rock with me. I got you. I never changed the man that I was to this day. I don't want shit for nobody. But I'm grateful. I'm very grateful from the bottom of my heart to meeting real queens in my life. Change their life around. Understand they love. Understand what they about to do in life. If the road can get rocky, but guess what? Somebody believe in you, gang. True story.
And that's a fact. And the greatest definition of love, I believe, is to show up, show out, and support with your energy, with your presence, and with your money. It's the only way that we can keep things moving and growing. To move forward, make sure y'all go ahead and go to smellsofgreatness.com. You know I'm always going to be an infomercial because we want to be able to pass the grace on and be able to support in y'all dreams, but we got to be able to put something in our dreams so we can put it back into your dreams, if that makes sense. You feel me? Is we reciprocate. Is y'all go to the pastor and y'all put y'all 10% there.
That ain't shit.
Put
We talk about
10%.
pastors.
Take 10% and get you some abundance. It's only $12. You feel me? We made it simple for you. We kept it simple, manageable, and affordable because we know our products is great, the testimonies are real, and that we can stand by what we talk about. Because, as bro said, authenticity is the highest and most attractive emotion. And if you don't know, come find out. We walk that walk, we talk that talk, and we live exactly how we move. With that being said, listen, my name is Donald Perattis.
You know what it is, boss life, baby. Let me tell y'all something before I get off this. Love yourself. I'm both ends. Love yourself. Always stay positive. Tomorrow not promised. Love them babies. And you wake up to somebody next to you that you feel like that's your significant other. I get it. Walk by faith, not by sight. Then what perform shall prosper, right? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, you're great in life. You're very great. Always be the being you're supposed to and shine like a star. You got shit to do. If you understand who you are, look in that mirror and tell yourself, I love you. And that's that. I'm boss.
Stay healthy. Let us all become wealthy. We out.